Hello, hello, my lovely people. Welcome to yet another edition on Spice Isle Cafe. Today is a fun day because we are making coconut bakes, not just regular bakes. We need to add some coconut in that. Now, if you are from any West Indian country, you know that this is an amazing breakfast, lunch, afternoon snack. There's some kind of bake happening at your home, okay? And those of you who have not tried it before, you should be in for a treat, okay? So I want you to go get your friends, call up somebody, tell them that Spice Isle Cafe is making coconut bakes. So you can do it along with me. I'm sure in your pantry there is some flour. You just need, as we would call it back home, counter flour, or here it will be all-purpose flour. So I have about 3 cups of that. And
Just say hey.
hi, Connie's in the house. Hello. I grated 1 coconut, so I just take out the back and grate that. And I have coconut milk. And I have rising agent because you need a little rising agent. And I have some butter, okay? So we are going to get started. I'm going to put some of my tools on the side here. This rolling pin is for later, when we're going to roll this bake out. So I am going to first mix my coconut in my flour. Because I am not using salted butter. I'm going to add a pinch of salt, so I'm going to get that. And I have my measuring tools here, so I might as well do that. I hope you got your friends and your auntie and your mama and papa. Just tell them, come on in. Spice Isle Cafe is making coconut bakes. So I'm going to put about a 1/4 teaspoon salt in my flour here. You don't need a lot. And I'm just going to mix that in. I am going to add the coconut in. Let me put this aside. I am going to add the coconut in now so it gets all nice and coated, and when it bakes it doesn't sink just at the bottom alone. So I'm putting it all in here and mixing that. So you can tell me in the chat how it is that you do coconut bakes if you've had that experience before. I am going to add 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder because you need a rising agent in here.
There's a donut saying hello as well.
Hi, Donut. Come on in, come on in. Coconut bakes on the market. Wee. All right, so I have about 1, 2, and a half. It doesn't want to come out, huh? All right, let me set this aside. Mixing all of this goodness in. And now I'm going to add my butter. I'm going to use about 8 tablespoons, if you will. I'm using unsalted butter. Some easy recipes, if you will, that will make your family quite happy. Set the rest of this aside. And I'm just kind of mashing it in, but I am going to use my fingers in a minute. In a minute. What you want is the flour to look like as if it's very crumbly, almost like peas, if you will. So I have it all nice and mixed. I'm going to take my rings off. Set that aside. And I'm going to get in there. Get in there. Don't be afraid, people. Now, if you don't want to use your fingers, you have the pastry cutter you can use. But today, I'm doing the old-fashioned way. Again, I'm just going in just to kind of break up. Ooh, it feels so nice and pillowy. Oh, I'm telling you. Just goodness in here. So that's nice and beautiful. I am going to open my coconut now, my coconut milk, and I'm going to make a well, you know, just a hole in the middle of all of this. Yes, and remember, as I said, I already have the coconut in here, and I grated the coconut and really put it in. You want, when you're grating the coconut, to grate it on the fine side. You don't want shredded coconut per se. You want it to be nice and fine. Okay. So I am going to, if this will work for me today, if not, all right, yes, it's going. I like it. Let me just get a knife.
So while doing that, Connie was saying she uses Tanya in her bakes.
Oh, really? That's new.
Yeah, and they call it malanga.
Malanga. Okay, Tanya in the bakes and call it malanga. I'm learning something new here today. Every West Indian country has some kind of version of this, okay? So that is beautiful. All right, so I'm just mixing in my coconut milk. Now, if it is, you're not in a place where you can actually get coconut milk itself, you can use your grated coconut, add some water, and strain that out and use the milk you get from that to form what I'm doing here. Okay. Yeah, so the rest of you can tell me what is it that you use. We learned that from my Dominican sister that they use Tanya in their bake and call it malanga. I wonder what the rest of you actually use in your bake. Share, share, share. I am open to learning as well. Oh, look at this, is coming together, y'all. Coming together nicely. It's nice and pillowy. I'm actually using, it's about almost a 14 ounce, like 13 and a half ounces, but you can use a little bit more, a little less, whatever. It depends on your family's taste. It's a little sticky, so I'm going to add a little bit of flour here. And then just kind of leave it rest for a few. And then give my hand a little wash and get ready to roll it on out. Because we put baking powder in there, any rising agent you put in something, you want to give it a little time to rest. So I am going to give this baby some time to rest. So I kind of have it formed in a dough. I'm just going to cover it with a towel and then give it Once my oven is nice and hot, we're gonna get ready to roll. I'm gonna give my hands a little wash. What are we making? Say it with me. Coconut bakes. Yes.
Antiguan coconut bakes.
Oh, no. No. This is not Antiguan and coconut bakes at all. My husband loves stealing my stripes. Can you tell?
Hey, focus on what you're doing there.
So we are, tell me in the chat what it is that you make, how do you call your coconut bakes back home or up here? What is it that you use? And share on the chat, share in the live. What is it that you use? And let's learn from each other. I am gonna get my extra flour so I can roll out. Share on the live, I'll be back. I'm gonna hide in the pantry for a bit. I'm kidding, I'm just gonna grab some flour. See? Now you see me.
So,
I know I was playing hide and go seek for a minute.
Cheryl McDonald said, hey, and
Hi, Cheryl.
and then Donna was saying her hubby makes it sometimes and uses the same thing.
Oh, that's amazing. So we you know, Donut is a Grenadian. Or she has some Grenadian blood in there if she follows the same similar recipe. Yes. So we are making coconut bakes. If you're just joining in, welcome. Thank you for spending a little time with me this Saturday. And we are making coconut bakes. We use that for breakfast. Sometimes, well, today is gonna be like afternoon snack, somewhat of like an early supper, so to speak. And we eat that with, it can be butter and cheese. It can be with saltfish sauce, with fish cake. We do a lot with our bake. And this one, I am actually going to bake in the oven. Now, there are different methods for this. Sometimes people take the bake and then they roast it on like a tawa or something. But today I'm going to actually bake it in the oven. We have bakes that we actually fry. We have others that we roast. And this one we're going to bake. But we also call it bakes. So if you are just joining in, thank you so much for checking out Spice Isle Cafe. We're making coconut bakes. I just need the flour. I'm giving it a little time to rest. It is best if you can rest this for anywhere between half an hour to an hour, but we don't have that time on the live. So I would give it a few more minutes and then I'm going to roll this out and put it on a sheet and get it in the oven.
So what's the risk in not having it rest for that long?
Well, because you're using baking powder, you want that activation to take place and, you know, give it some time so that it comes together.
So
as opposed to,
it's going to be flatter than usual?
Yes, it doesn't rise as much if you do it too quickly, and because it hasn't been given enough time to activate as it should.
Oh.
Since we're not using yeast you activate before, so when you put everything in, you know, it comes together. But with baking powder, you need to give it a little time as well.
Alright.
Keep it coming. Questions. Tell me what you use. We're making coconut bakes. Do you use something else? We learned from my dear friend in Dominica that they have malanga with Tanya mixed in with their bakes. What do you use? Share on the live. We want to learn from each other and get to cooking, get to baking. Any other questions, comments? Don't be afraid, y'all are quiet. It's hot. Let's talk. I I just have my rolling pin and extra.
So what y'all eat y'all bakes within Grenada?
I earlier on, as I mentioned to the people, we have it with sulfur sauce. You can have it with butter and cheese. He's not listening to me. He's thinking about the bakes. That's what he's ready to eat. But yeah, we eat it. I mean, sometimes we would have bakes and salami, bakes and cheese, bakes and butter, bakes and fish cake.
I never have any of that here.
Anyway, so yes, we eat it with a lot of different things. And it depends on what time of the day. Are you eating it for breakfast? Or are you eating it for, you know, supper? Or is it an in-between kind of a snack for you? So, no rules. No rules.
So, Connie said she thinks she's confused. Each island calls them the same thing differently. So, is this baked like Johnny cakes?
No, I'm not frying it. The Johnny cakes one would be the one that you actually fry. Other islands, we just call it fry bake home. And some islands call it Johnny cakes. That's the one you actually deep fry. Now, I'm not deep frying. I'm actually baking in the oven the coconut bakes with, and I'm using baking powder. A lot of the times when we're making Johnny cakes, some people use yeast. Some people, I still use baking powder with that, but I'm actually baking in the oven a bake. I'm going to roll it out as if we're making a big pizza and put it in the oven.
Oh, okay. So I think I know. What is it? You're doing now. Because even I wasn't too sure, even though I know everything. But I wasn't too sure.
Bakes? Yeah, I'm not making fry bakes. I'm not making Johnny cakes. I'm actually making baked coconut bakes that you bake in the oven. Sometimes people do roast bakes and they do it over, you know, the fire on the stove top. I am actually putting it in the oven. All right, so keep the questions coming. Make your comments. Tell me how it is that you do bakes home, and I would love to hear that before I put ours in, and then we can get a tasting. I'm already ready to eat. I am ready to eat. Are you ready to eat? Comment in the live. Tell me what's happening.
Because I know back in 2016, you actually did do bakes themselves, and now I know what it actually is. I'm going to try to see if you can show them what it looked like back then when you did it.
All right, so I think my hubby is going to pull up a picture in the past to show you what bakes, and I am going to post the link to the recipe after the live. It should be on the blog already. You can just type in coconut bakes on spiceislecafe.com and you would find it there. If you're having trouble to find it, you can watch this live all the way through. And I think my husband is actually looking for a picture so he can post up and you can see what it actually looks like. But I am going to get ready to roll this baby out.
Yeah, so I'm showing them what it looks like there from when you did it back then.
Okay, so now that we have this beauty, I'm going to put my towel on the side here. So remember, I didn't let this rest for too long, but if you have the time, let it rest as long as you can. Well, not really, just at least half an hour. But we don't have this time, so I am going to give this a good dusting.
So Esther was saying that Antigua has a version called cha-cha dumplings too.
Cha-cha dumplings, wow.
I don't know if, I suppose maybe that's the...
Is that the Johnny cakes or that's a whole different...
I'm not sure.
All right, so we're learning a lot. We are learning a lot. So here it is, my dough. I'm trying my best not to overwork it because you don't want it to come out tough, okay? So this baby, I rolled it out. You seen all the nice little speckles, you know? I just love playing with dough. Okay, so I am just going to kind of, again, I don't want to overwork it. And I am going to start rolling this out. And then I am going to put it on my mat. Okay, that's enough kneading. Because as I said, these are things you do not want to overwork. Beautiful. I'm going to dust my rolling pin. So when you see all of these little dots in here, it's the coconut. You get the coconut, the butter, the baking powder all mixed in, and now I'm gonna roll this baby out and get ready. So I'm just gonna push forward and pull towards me, okay? So I'm pushing and pulling towards me, and then I'm actually gonna move on the side. How about that? Maybe you can see better that way. I'm gonna keep dusting. Forward. You want kind of like you're making a pizza, as I said before. Yes. See how this baby looks? Beautiful. Yes. Look at this, people. Look at this gorgeousness. Gorgeousness to a T. I love it, I love it, I love it. So this is about, let's say, like a 1/4 inch thick. 1/4 inch thickness you want when you roll this out, at least. If you want it thinner than this, you just keep rolling so it can be a little bit thinner, but you don't want it too thin because, you know, it has to rise, and you don't want it too high either. So I am going to gently pick this up. Yep. Put this down. Look at this. How quick was that? And I am going to use just a little fork and poke some holes in there so it doesn't puff up too much. You know, you don't want it just a little, just so that it doesn't, again. That's about it. And now I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees. It probably would bake for about 20 minutes, if all that. And we'll be having bake in a bit. Coconut bakes. I know that sometimes, you know, dealing with anything dough-wise, we can get intimidated, but don't worry about it. I'm actually putting it in. I have a silicone mat that I put on, but you can just use parchment paper on your baking sheet, and that's fine. I'm putting it in the oven now. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. I know. We got flour everywhere. That's how you know you're working. Yes, my people. So tell me how you make your coconut bakes. If you've made coconut bakes before, if you'd like to try it, comment below. Tell me something.
So Esther was saying just without coconut, and Berka was saying, girl, you bad on that rolling pin. My coconut being in the proper circle.
Oh, thank you, Buckel. I'm trying. Yes, my lovely people. Coconut bakes on the market. What we eating? Coconut bakes. What you eating it with? Now, that's what I need you to tell me now. If you make coconut bakes, and what do you eat it with? For us, it would be chilations. You want it to cook nicely. Or bake nicely in this case because it's in the oven. I need to check my time. in the next couple of minutes.
What's a couple of minutes?
Couple of minutes, really, by 22 the hour, we should be checking. That's one of the things I really like about bakes at this type, the flat bake, because it does not really take long as if you're making like a loaf, like bread. If you're making loaf bread, you have to, knead it, then let it rest for an hour, then put it back and let it rest for another hour, and then it's like a whole afternoon or a whole morning process. But when you're making bakes, if you have half an hour of your day, boom, you can make that. So don't be intimidated. Play with flour is like playing with Play-Doh. So at least for me. And you just put it in the oven and you can go on your way, do some other thing, put a timer on, and then come back and check it. And before you know it, you'll have some eatables. I'm just doing my clean up a little bit, so when this bake comes out, I'll be ready to go. Oh, you know what? Let me put my rack out. My cooling rack is out, so when the bakes come out, it is ready to go. We're quiet in the room. Come on in the room and ask any questions you'd like.
So Donette was saying, girl, I hate dealing with flour.
I know, it's a lot with your hands and a lot to do, but trust me, as you can see, yes, I played with it, but you don't have to use your fingers if you don't want to before the time of rolling. Just use a pastry cutter to cut the butter in, and use your spatula to mix everything together, and then all you have to do when you dump it out on the counter, you need at least to put your palm in there, not even 5 minutes, and then you take your rolling pin and roll it out. Done. So you don't have to spend too much time in the flour if you don't want to. I just love to feel it. It's like soil.
But
Good
you just
soil.
don't get your hand inside. I just do all the work.
Oh, really? Somebody is trying to put someone on blast, but
I just talk the truth,
all right, if you say so, if you say so. All right, my lovely people. Coconut bakes on the market here at Spice Oil Cafe. It's in the oven. It's looking good. Let me see if I can put on my light so you can see. All right. It's looking good.
That's interesting.
Coconut bakes is in there and it's gonna do its thing, and then afterwards we are going to cut into that lovely goodness.
So how do y'all cut it up when you finish? Like when it's finished baking, how y'all cut it up?
Oh, we cut it just like you cut up a pizza. So you cut it in like triangles. Some people don't even cut it in triangles, but in my household, we always cut it up in, almost like a pizza. So maybe that's for me was the fun part, just watching. And my mom used to make that all the time when we had different events in the house. It could be a birthday, it can be prayer meeting, it can be whatever it is. You would have some bakes and saltfish, bakes and cheese, bakes, and something will happen. Not all the time with coconut, but
Oh, so y'all do it without coconut too?
we also do it without coconut as well.
The same bake
The
type?
same bake type, not all the time is with coconut. Sometimes it's with, sometimes it's without coconut. And yeah, we love doing, this is faster than doing Johnny cakes or fried bakes for us.
Oh.
Way faster, because you can get up, knead the flour, do all your chores, and then roll it out and just shove it in there with Johnny cakes or fry bakes, you have to stay there and do all the frying. But with baked bakes, put it in the oven, 20 minutes, if all that, based on the size, and you're good to go.
I know we have the version in Antigua called cha-cha dumpling, but it's only older persons would know about it. We bake it on, they used to bake it in an oil drum on fig leaves.
Oh, we're learning a lot here.
Yeah, but
so cha-cha dumpling from Antigua, that is more of the older style, if you will, and that would be interesting to know.
And they did them individually, not like bake it and cut it up.
Oh, we do that too, home.
You do that?
So
Oh,
you can use the same dough, and if you want to make it as, you can make it individually. You can definitely, you just cut them out and you roll it individually and you lay it on and bake it.
Oh.
And you can do that. We love doing something like that. Will go with smoke herring very, very well. But I just didn't want to go through all of that. Just one big bake, I can cut it up and boom, it's done.
That's interesting.
Question from the live. Keep it coming. I think my husband caused everyone to go and sleep. What did you do to the people? They're asleep.
No.
We need them to be awake because the bakes is going to come out in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes, stick around, 10 minutes. We're gonna take this bake out, you're gonna see the loveliness, and we're gonna cut that, add some cheese in there, and be good to go.
But suppose I don't want cheese, suppose I want like something else in there.
Well, then you will have to get the something else.
Do you have something else prepared?
No, I don't. It's gonna be cheese, bakes and cheese.
We have some salami in the fridge if you want to use it. Since you want to be so particular. We have some salami in the
I'm
fridge.
sure he had that for breakfast.
Feel free to go and find some.
So I'm just gonna, I already have my rack out. I'm going to put some, I'm gonna cut up some cheese. I'm just gonna use the rest of the butter so I can spray that on there, and we are going to get ready to have some of this goodness.
So we have a petition there from someone. They're saying guava cheese should be your next recipe.
Ooh, guava cheese
This
now.
one's coming from Donut.
Donut, oh, girl, I love you, but I am not even sure if I'm gonna get guava, most less to say do the cheese, because this is such a scarce commodity on my neck of the woods. So I'm not gonna promise that, but that's a good idea. I think, you know, you might be on the right track for the next live as to something I could make, but I'm not gonna promise you it's gonna be guava cheese, because guava cheese is a tall order.
Guava cheese is something you'd have to ship your mother up here.
Yeah, I'd have to get my mama to come up
And
here.
also pay her.
Yeah, I would have to get the guru of candies, and that's my mom. Like, I don't know no one else like the candy making queen. You get Betty in the market, you get the candy making queen.
And
No.
you know she's not gonna do that for free.
Nope. So, yeah. But that is a good suggestion, Donette. We will see what the next live is going to be, but definitely you guys could comment, what do you want to see next? What do you want to see next?
So I am going to put you on the spot.
Oh boy. Here we go with my husband already.
Good or better?
No, I'm not going to challenge my mom and say I can do it better.
Okay.
But you asked me, the first thing was if everything my mom makes I can make. Yeah, everything my mom makes I could make.
So
but
you
can I make it?
as good?
I can make it Carol's way.
Well, no.
Carol's way.
Carol's way. Or
She
there's
would
just
have
the
to.
right way.
cannot be my own measuring buddy. Somebody else would have to do the measuring of that.
Imagine I'm a potential investor.
Oh
or
my
a shop,
goodness.
And I asked you that question because I tasted your mom's cooking.
Oh my
and I need a guarantee from you as
What?
a businesswoman.
No,
that you can deal
I don't
with
know what my
the
husband
same
is
quality.
on, y'all. I really don't know. You would think that I didn't feed him at all today.
No, I think we're evading the question.
Yeah.
What we're stuttering now?
Okay.
Okay.
He probably doesn't want to eat dinner tonight. Or no bake. I can just ship it over to y'all.
No?
Oh my goodness. About 4 more minutes and I'll check the bake and see if it is ready. If not, we'll give it a few more minutes just to get a little color. And then I'm gonna, allow it to cool down, and then we're gonna cut, or maybe not even cool down because we like it hot. Hot, hot, hot. Coconut bakes on the market, y'all. Are you ready? Because I am. And I know my husband is as well. That's why he's talking so much.
No, I'm just.
He's ready to eat bakes.
I'm just trying to find out if you're at that level. You
What?
can say, yeah, I'll bring my mom up here and we can have a cook-off, and he will be the judge of the quality. That's all.
No, I think what's happening now, since Donnet asked about guava cheese, Neil knows that is how he gets my mom in his corner with guava cheese. But we're off track because today we're focusing on coconut bakes. But you can put in the live what you'd like to see next time around. What do you want me to make? Comment below. Let me know. And we'll see. I'm giving this about 3 more minutes, so before I open the oven.
So if I find the guava for you, if I go out there and find the right guava for you, making the guava cheese, just checking. I don't mind doing the legwork and finding.
Listen, I think these two are trying to gang up on Carol today, but it's not gonna happen.
I will help.
I am going to the guava cheese crew is trying to twist my arm, but you can still comment. Let's see what happens.
So
Comment below.
Donna was saying thanks for the dukana recipe you did a couple weeks ago.
Aw.
My hubby loves dukana. Love your videos, girl. Keep it up.
Thank you so much, Donette, for all the love and the support. Thank you all. Thank you. Yes. Get your friends, your spouse, your partner. Just come on in. We're making coconut bakes. We're about to take it out of the oven. Woo.
So, Carol,
I'm smelling it here. My hubby is giving me problems, y'all.
you're youngin, so you might know about this.
What?
But to make anything with tamarind. Do you even know what tamarind is?
Yeah, but we're going off track now.
You said to give suggestions to what we wanted next.
Okay, yes I do.
Okay.
Yes I do. But they will have to tune in next week to see what is gonna be on them. It's gonna be a fun recipe. Fun recipe. And we'll see what's on the live next week. Make sure and tune in. It's gonna be same time, 3 p.m. on Saturday. And it's gonna be fun for you to tune in. But coconut bakes, I hope you try that. I am going to go in the oven and try to get that. Let's check it. Woo, it needs a little bit. I want it to get golden brown, so I'm gonna leave it in for another 5 minutes or so before I take it out and cut it up. Yes, it's smelling good. Woo! The coconut, y'all, is smelling amazing in here. And I am just awaiting it to come out of the oven. So let me get a little bit of, immerse everything down. I have my cheese and butter out. Let me get a dish. know, I've been playing hide and go seek with you all. I know. I'm back. We're playing hide and go seek today, huh? Yeah, so I am just putting out my dish so that we can plate this good loveliness. Bakes. Yes. I just wanted to, it does not have to necessarily be golden brown because it's bakes. You just want to make sure you give it enough time so that it cooks. When you take it out, you should know that it's minutes, and then we can take it out and, you know, get our cheese and butter in, and, you know, my husband could actually eat. And
when I just make it though, mine just come out better than golden brown.
really?
It just come
When
out
have
like
you made
burnt
it?
orange.
Oh my
like
gosh.
Beauty. Texas
Somebody
colors,
come
you
get
know?
this man.
But you're not at that level yet, you know.
All right, people, tell me, what is it that you are wanting to see next week on the live? You can still comment about bakes and how it is that you make your bakes, and let me know, share, so that everyone can see and learn from each other. And I'm about to take out the bakes shortly, another 3 minutes, and we will be taking out the bakes. All right.
I'm thinking next week
Bake
on the
bakes.
live, it should be some sort of entree so that when it comes out, you know, it comes right into this tummy and fills the room, you know.
Oh, well, let's just see. Next week is a surprise. It is a surprise. So we
I'll
are
just take
going
that
to.
as, yes, I'm getting an entree.
You can take it as whatever you like, but
Next week smells like lamb.
oh my
On the
goodness.
rack.
What am I going to do with this man? I have no idea. So
I'm just saying that's what I would do, but I'm busy running tests.
if you are just, you know, coming in and you see us chatting, it's because what I'm doing today is coconut bakes, and it's in the oven. We'll take it out shortly and we will cut it up and, you know, put some cheese and butter and just have at it. So I hope you take the time to watch this video to the end. You go on my blog and Spice Isle Cafe for the recipe, and you are, you know, you do that with your family, and it would be so lovely, and everyone would be like, hey. When next are you doing that? Okay, we have like 2 more minutes, and then I'll take this out and we can see what our bakes look like. Remember, I said you can do this on the stove top, you can do it in a frying pan, you can do it on top of the tower, you can do it wherever if you have a cold pot, you can do it there too. Okay, but since I have the oven, just shove it in the oven, easy peasy. It's smelling good up in here. I really wish you were here so you can smell and taste all of this lovely goodness.
I think next week we need to see Neil cooking.
No, I have to run tech and stuff.
That's my thing. I can run
I'll just let you guys chat
but,
away.
This is my laptop, so
It's
I don't want
stuttering,
anybody-
it's stuttering.
I don't want anybody else
I think
to
your
use my
mommy would
laptop.
be proud to see her son cooking.
Oh, check back tomorrow, man. Check back tomorrow.
All right, I am getting ready to go in the oven. Take this bake out. Ooh, ooh. Yes, it's still. I like to see a little color. This is not bad, so I am going to put this in again, just so you can get a little color. I can cut it like this, but I am going to put it in for 2 more minutes. Just so I can get extra color. I know. That's how I like it. Just a little color. And I'm gonna turn it actually the other way. So I'm gonna turn it the other way and make sure it gets a little color, and then we can cut it and have at it. I can't wait. I feel, because I'm a little anxious, I am ready to eat the bakes, as my husband is as well. Any other questions, comments below?
Oh, so Buckle was saying, what about cheesecake with some kind of fruit?
Ooh, that sounds nice. Cheesecake with some kind of fruit. All right. I'm taking mental notes, people. I am taking mental notes. Just know you continue making those suggestions. Make sure and listen, at the end of the live, when you like and subscribe and you share, also comment. Comment below too. So if I forget, I can go back and be reminded of what you said. Okay? What do you want to see next? Cheesecake? Some people want guava cheese. I mean, just tell me and we'll see. Next week will be a surprise for sure.
So
I can't
question,
wait.
Do you know how to make croissants?
No. I have
I
seen
think the answer I
how
was
to
looking for
make
was
it.
not yet.
No, I am not even going. Croissants, listen to me, my lovely people. I am not going to lie to you. This is one of my goals, to become one of the best croissants making queen out there. But it is a process. For all the chefs out there, I know you know what I'm talking about. It is a process. I would love if I could make croissants like how I make bakes, but it's not that way. It's a long process.
I can teach you, but because I run in tech a lot.
Yeah. Croissants is not one of those things that you joke around with. A lot of butter, a lot of flour, and a lot of folding. So
Yeah, man, I can do that.
yeah, I see how to make it, but have I tried it? I have not. Not yet. Any other comment? It's okay. I can take it. I can take it. Another minute, I'll pull this out and we can, cut it, put our cheese in there, make sure it's all nice and melted. Get the butter in. It's gonna be hot.
You know what we should do next time? If I was baking the bakes, that is. What we could do is, like, when we cut the bakes, we can actually already have that cream cheese and pipe it into the bakes, so that when I'm biting into it, all the cheese drips off the side of my
Well, cream cheese don't do that. You need mozzarella or some other cheese
I was
for
testing you to see if you could figure that out.
or that, but it doesn't. That's gonna be different. All right, I'm gonna take this bakes out. Color or not, we're gonna eat. All right, it got a lid. Extra color. All right, this is lovely. Yes, the edges, nice. It is hot. Really and truly, I should give this a little chance to breathe, But we have some people who are super hungry in here. So I'm going to cut this up. And as I said, if you have a paste, what do you call that? The pizza cutter, you can definitely use I don't have a pizza cutter. I have a good old knife. I'm just going to use a good old knife. And I'm just going to cut down and make some crosses and boom, it's done. Okay? So, woo, yes, that's what you want. When you're cutting it, seeing all that nice, lovely crunch. Oh. Yes, my lovely people. Look at that. Look at that goodness. And I'm just eyeballing this now. For those of you who want to be extra perfect on how you cut this off, you can have all your measuring equipment and all that good stuff. But Carol, listen, this is home cooking, all right? So look at this beauty. Oh, and see the steam coming out? Look at this beauty. I cut it up. The steam is out. I'm gonna add me some. Look at that. All of these different goodness on here. So I'm gonna add some butter and cheese. One of them. I'm gonna just go straight down the middle. See, I'm telling you, really, this don't take long at all because the inside is perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna just butter this baby. Oh, look at how the butter is melted. And I am going to add in my cheese. Oh, add some butter on top. Yep. I think it's a wrap. Gonna put this in a Listen, this is so hot, right? This is so hot. I'm gonna let my hubby come and munch on this. You don't want to munch on it? I'm gonna munch on it myself then. Listen, you have to try this recipe, okay? Let me dig in. It's hot, so I may not be able to talk, but I'm gonna dig in. Listen, this want to make you dance. Everything. Okay? This is really good. Because it's hot, the cheese is still melting. You have butter. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, you guys saw that?
Yes, we got it.
I have no words. I have no words, but I'm gonna still hang around here, eat my bakes and cheese. You can eat that with saltfish, with fish cake, whatever you like. And I hope you will try this recipe. Until next time, make sure you like, you subscribe, you share, and you comment below as to what you want to see next. Until next time, one love, my people.